Geeks for Geeks has a challenge for you, the 390 challenge. Choose what you want to learn in 2024 and aim to complete at least 90% of the course in the next 90 days. And if you do that, you get back 90% of what you paid for the course. We believe you can do that. Now all you got to do is commit to your success, commit with Geeks for Geeks.
Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Geeks for Geeks Gate Computer Science. So guys, in today's session we are going to discuss about all the questions which we have to practice for engineering mathematics that would help us to brush all the topics which we have, and also we are going to discuss methods or short tricks to solve those questions. Just let me know in the chat section if I'm audible and visible properly. Just let me know, guys, in the chat section if everything is fine with my stream, and I am sharing my screen in which I have questions and all. Okay, yeah, okay, guys. Right, we'll do complete mathematics, but before that, uh, in this session, we are going to discuss all about engineering mathematics, and then later on, we'll discuss about discrete mathematics in the later class. It will get scheduled in this YouTube channel. I hope my screen is visible to everybody. Just give me a minute so that I can start my session. Guys, just let me know if my screen is visible. If everything is proper, just let me know. Just give me a quick thumbs up so that we can start our session. We are going to complete engineering mathematics in this one session. I think we have around 29 to 30 questions which we'll discuss, and I'll try to cover all the topics. And if you have any question in mind, you can post that in the chat section. And yeah, we can discuss that. And if you feel like that any topic is left, just let me know so that we can discuss about that topic. Okay, I think everything is good. Now we can start the session. So guys, as you can see my first slide based on 390 challenge. It's not for uh, the students who are preparing for GATE 2024. It is for students who are preparing for GATE 2025. What it says, or any another courses if you purchase for GATE, if you have 3 months time. So what this says, it says that, let's say if I have if you buy any course from January 1st of January to 31st of January, we'll give you 90% refund. If you complete that course in 90 days and you complete 90% of the course, not complete course. If you complete 90% of the course, you will get a 90% refund. So now you can see that this is a big opportunity because it would help you to get all the money you have paid for the course, and already because you know that you have to complete it in 90 days, so there would be a consistency, right? So it is only for the students benefit we have bring this challenge so that you can be consistent for all the studies. Okay. Yeah, so that is our 390 challenges going on. So guys, hurry up if you want to enroll in this course. If your colleague or if your sibling or friend or anyone who want any course from GFG, just tell them that buy it from 1st January, uh, from 1st January to 31st of January, right? Because if you will complete it in 90 days and you will complete 90% of the course, you will get 90% refund, right? So I hope this would help many and many students. So that's I am telling it again and again. Usually we do not bring any kind of offers and all. So we have this challenge only for keeping you guys in mind. Okay. Yeah, so let's start the session, guys. Just let me know before starting the session if any topic you guys have a question or have any confusion, let me know. In engineering mathematics, what do I mean here? I mean here linear algebra, calculus, and probability. These three subjects are there. And if I'll talk about the topics which I have in linear algebra, so if I'll talk about linear algebra, I already told in many classes that the important topics in linear algebra we have is determinant, determinants, eigenvalue, eigenvector, eigenvalue, eigenvector, right? And the next topic I have is system of linear equation, and the last topic is LU decomposition. These four topics are very important. There are many more topics, but these four topics play a crucial role in GATE exam, right? So just let me know, guys, in linear algebra, anybody have any question regarding this topic? Yeah, regarding these topic, if anybody have any confusion, just let me know in the chat section. And if I'll talk about calculus, I already told you so many times that in calculus we have one topic which is limit and another topic which is definite integral. These two topics are very important. Definite integral, right? And if I'll talk about rank of matrix is important. Yeah, rank of matrix already gets included. If I have to work on eigenvalue rank, I know how to find out a rank. Similarly, for system of linear equation to solve, I should know that how to find out rank, right? So it's obviously there. And if I talk about probability, so probability basically main question depends on probability definition and also then their distributions. And you should know all the distributions, mean, median, mode. Then you would be able to solve most of the question. And one topic is also there, that is conditional probability, right? So these type of topics are important. Number of solutions using rank. That comes under that comes under system of linear equation, right? Guys, just let me know. Is there any problem with my camera? Just give me a minute, guys. Yeah. Am I visible properly? Just let me know. Or let me see once. I think there is some error I'm facing. Just give me a minute, guys. Till then, you can tell me that if you have any confusion in any topic. Random variable. Okay, so guys, if there is no problem, then let's move forward. Yeah. So Rajvi said to us that we also have random variable in probability. Yeah, random variable is covered in distribution. What we'll do, let's say if X is a random variable, and then we are going to discuss about their distributions. Okay. What about singular value decomposition? Singular value decomposition is not so much important in your syllabus. Uh, okay, from the next class onwards, we can have that kind of a class. Just don't know your name. Yeah, but this class we have to be like that because I have already started it. Okay. Yeah, so let's start. Let's start the questions. Yeah, so we have this first question. It says that uh, so we'll start from linear algebra and then we'll move to calculus and then we'll work on questions of probability. So we have this first question. It says that this matrix has two eigenvectors, 1 to 1 transpose, 1 1 0 transpose as eigenvectors, both with eigenvalue 7 and traces 2. Then what would be the determinant of A? Can you tell me, guys, what would be the determinant of A? So we have given trace and we have given one eigenvalue. So how do I find out the determinant? 49 is the answer, Rajveer is saying. Anyone else, guys? Just try this one, guys. Okay, yeah, guys, AX is equals to lambda x would be the definition for the eigenvalue lambda. That is true. Rajveer is saying that both with eigenvalue 7, we have 7 comma 7 as eigenvalues. But Rajveer, as you can see that we are getting an eigenvector of 3 cross 1, right? So we have 3 cross 1 vector. So that means matrix would be of 3 cross 3 order. If matrix is of 3 cross 3, that means we have 3 eigenvalues, right? Determinant is equals to product of eigenvalues. But we have given only one eigenvalue and we have a 3 cross 3 matrix. We require 3 eigenvalues here, guys. So how do I find out those 3 eigenvalues? Just let me know. Just let me know the final answer, guys. Okay, so guys, as we can see here that corresponding to eigenvalue 7, we are given two eigenvectors. So that means 7 is repeating two times as an eigenvalue. So 7 comma 7 are two eigenvalues for the matrix A, right? But you can see that matrix A has eigenvectors of order 3 cross 1. So that means A would be a matrix of order 3 cross 3. Then I should, to find out determinant of A, I should include three eigenvalues. So let's consider 7, 7 and lambda. These three are my eigenvalues. So I have given trace is equals to 2. If trace is equals to 2, so that means 7 plus lambda is equals to 2. So on solving, I'll get lambda is equals to minus 12. If lambda is minus 12, so that means three eigenvalues would be 7, 7 and minus 12. And you guys already told me that determinant is what? Product of eigenvalues. Determinant is product of eigenvalues. So it would become 7 into minus 12. So you can see that there is no negative number. So option D is correct. Determinant of A is uh, right. Minus 12 would be the value of lambda. So that's why determinant is equals to none of these. I hope Rajveer you got it that why we can't take 49 as an answer because the matrix is of order 3 cross 3. You have to uh, see that, right? Okay, so if it is clear, let's move to the next question. If there is any question, just let me know in the chat section. So this is the next question. It says that a 3 cross 3 matrix P exists for which the eigenvalues are given as 1, 2, 3. If for a scalar lambda not equals to 0, we can express P inverse is equals to P square by lambda minus P plus 11 by lambda I3. The value of the scalar lambda will be. So guys, here lambda is not an eigenvalue. They have given a constant lambda here. So I just tried this once. Right, this is a question based on characteristic equation. Just try this question, guys. Okay, if algorithm was not completed, I think then sir will take another class so that they can complete the whole session. Have they discussed something with you regarding this? Okay, so we have given a matrix P which has eigenvalues 1, 2, and 3. So for a scalar lambda, we have given this metric, this equation in which we have P as a matrix and we have to find out scalar value of lambda. So how do I do that? So guys, one thing I know that every metric satisfies its own characteristic equation, right? Uh, every metric satisfies its own characteristic equation. So if I'll find out its own characteristic equation, what would be the characteristic equation? 1, 2, and 3 are the roots of that characteristic equation. So if I'll multiply x minus 1, x minus 2, and x minus 3, I'll get my characteristic equation. What would I get if I'll solve x square minus 3x plus 2 and then x minus 3 equals to 0? Can I write down this as x cube minus 3x square minus 3x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 6 equals to 0. So if I'll solve it, I'll get x square minus 6x square and I think just a minute. Let me see if all the calculations are correct. I'm checking the calculation. Okay, this is plus 11x minus 6 equals to 0. Now, I know that every metric satisfies its own characteristic equation. Can I write down this as p cube minus 6p square plus 11p minus 6i equals to 0? If I'll take 6i to the right hand side and p cube minus 6p square plus 11p, and if I'll multiply p inverse both the sides, let's multiply p inverse both the sides into P inverse. So I'll get P square minus 6P plus 11I and 6P inverse. Let's take this 6 to the right hand side. If I'll take this 6 to the right hand side, this would become like this 11 by 6. So if I'll compare these two equations, this one and this one, what would be the value of lambda? Lambda value is 6. Right, Aman? You gave the answer correct. Right. So 6 would be the correct answer. The value of scalar lambda would be 6 here. I hope this is clear. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so guys, just let me know if my screen is clear to you now. Okay, just give me a minute if you guys are facing problem. Just a minute, guys. I'm checking my connections. Yeah, I think everything is fine. Just let me know, guys, if you guys are facing confusion till now, facing problem or facing any issue. Okay, so if it is clear, let's move to the next question. So six would be the correct answer. Yeah, this is a question. This is one of the easy question we have is which one of the following option provides the correct value of the eigenvalue of the matrix? Okay. Right, guys. A would be the correct option because we have learned this so many times. If I have a diagonal matrix, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, so in those type of matrix, the elements on the diagonal gives me the eigenvalue of the matrix. I do not have to solve it. I can see directly that here 1, 4, 3 would be the eigenvalues. 1, 4, and 3 would be my eigenvalues. So here option A is correct. Right? So this is the easier. Yeah, it is an upper triangular matrix. Yeah, this is another question. It is from GATE CS 2016. We have given two eigenvalues of a matrix P. We have to find out determinant of P. Again, the question says that P is a 3 cross 3 matrix, but we have given only two eigenvalues. So how do I work on that? Tell me, guys, how would I work on that? Just think about it. Right, guys. Okay, yeah, correct answer, guys. Because I can see that P is of order 3 cross 3, and we know that eigenvalues are the roots of characteristic equation. And we know that if we have a complex roots always occur in pairs. So if I have 2 plus iota as a root, this is what square root of minus 1 is iota, then 2 minus I would be the root of the same equation. So that means 2 plus I and 2 minus I occur as a roots of a equation together. So if I have this, so the third eigenvalue would be 2 plus I, 2 minus I, and 3. And if I'll multiply these, so I'll get 5 into 3, that is 15. So 15 would be the determinant of P. Yeah, all have given the correct answer. Yeah, this is another question. It says that in the given matrix, one of the eigenvalue is 1. The eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue 1 is. So we have to find out what would be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue 1. So guys, tell me, in this given matrix, one of the eigenvalue is 1, then eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue 1 are. Also, guys, just one thing to tell you that you do not have to find out explicitly the eigenvector here, right? Just go through the options and see by multiplying that which of the option would give me the correct answer. Because it would take time if I'll use the formula a minus lambda x is equals to 0 and try to find out the value of x. the vector x here. Okay, so guys, let me tell you that one format is that I'll write down a minus lambda I x is equals to 0. This matrix a minus lambda I x. So instead of lambda, I'll write down a minus lambda is 1, a minus 1 I x is equals to 0. Right? I'll solve this. But you can see that that would be very lengthy process. Just don't do that because it would take so much time, and I do not want to waste our time in easy questions. So what would I do? You can see that 4 to 1 is an eigenvector. Why? What is this alpha? Alpha can be any constant. We know that when system of linear has infinite number of solutions, then it would get multiplied with k, and it would give me infinite number of solutions. Similarly for eigenvectors, when I'll solve for eigenvector, they can be infinite, but they are dependent. So similarly, here we have given 4 to 1. So if I'll multiply this matrix with 4 to 1, what would I get? Let's see. If I'll multiply 4 to 1, solve this, guys. So 4 minus 2 plus 2. That means 6 minus 2, that is 4. And 0, 1, 0 gives me 2. And if I'll solve this, 4 and 2 twos are 4, 1 ones are 1. So we'll get 4, uh, 4, 8, and 9. So we'll get this 4 to 9. And you can see that this would not form an eigenvector, because if you will take, uh, it is not forming the form ax is equals to lambda x, right? So that's why this is not an eigenvector. Then I'll go for the option B. Option B is minus 4 to 1, right? Let's see minus 4 to 1 work for this or not. If I'll multiply minus 4 to 1, what would I get? Minus 4 minus 2 plus 2. So we'll get minus 4 here, and this will become 2. And if I'll multiply minus 4 plus 4 and 1, that would give me 1 here. So you can see that this I can write down this as 1 into minus 4 to 1. So it is forming a into x is equals to lambda into x. So option B is correct, right? So here I can see that option B is correct. Now similarly, I can go for option C and D. Just check by yourself, uh, are they forming an eigenvector with eigenvalue 1 or not? Let's do that. If I'll go for option C, square root 2, 0, 1. I'll multiply this with square root 2, 0, and 1. So if I'll solve this, I'll get square root 2, it would be 0, square root 2 plus 2. And I can see that it is not forming an eigenvector. And it would become 0, and it would become square root 2 plus 1. But if I'll take, yeah, it is not forming an eigenvector. I can see that. Similarly, you can check for C and D as well. They would not form a eigenvector. So here option B is correct, right? So I hope this is clear. Just let me know, guys, in the chat section if there is any confusion in this. Otherwise, let's solve this question. This is an easy question. Suppose that the eigenvalues of a matrix A are given, that is 1, 2, and 4. We have to find out determinant of A inverse transpose. Anyone else, guys? Aman already answered. Just check it that his answer is correct or not. Okay, yeah. So guys, let's solve this. In this question, we have to find out determinant of A inverse transpose. So we know that determinant of A transpose is equals to determinant of A. So can I write down determinant of A inverse? And determinant of A inverse would be 1 by determinant of A. And determinant of A is what? Product of eigenvalues. Product of eigenvalues. Eigenvalues. So I can write down here 1 by 1 into 2 into 4. That is 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 is a product of eigenvalues. You can write down this in decimal to fill up the blank place. Okay, now let's see this question. Let's see another question. This is another question. It says that consider the matrix A is equals to U into V transpose, where U and V are given. We have to find out largest eigenvalue of A here. A transpose to the power. We can do that. A inverse transpose, or either I will take. No, we can't do that. A inverse transpose and A transpose inverse. No, we can't write like that. Just check by taking an example, either we are able to uh, write like that or not. Anyone else, guys? So if I'll see this question, A is equals to UV transpose, right? So U is equals to 1, 2, and V transpose would be 1, 1, right? So what would I do? I'll form a matrix. I have taken a V transpose. So let's write down 1, 1 and 2, 2. This would be my matrix, right? This, I hope all of you get this matrix. Now I have to find out eigenvalues. So eigenvalue would be A square minus lambda I, determinant. So that means determinant of 1 minus lambda, 1, 2, 2 minus lambda. I can write down 1 minus lambda, 2 minus lambda, minus 2. So if I'll solve this, I'll get 2 plus lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 2 equals to 0. So I'll get lambda into lambda minus 3 is equals to 0. I get two eigenvalues here, 0 and 3. So largest eigenvalue would be 3. Right, guys? So you can see that uh, with the help of vectors, you form a matrix, and with that matrix, you have found out an eigenvalue. Okay, let's see another question. So this is another question based on LU decomposition. So we have given a matrix A and its LU decomposition. Then they are asking that which of the following are correct, the values of L and U. So I hope everyone knows how to form an LU decomposition. Okay, I'll explain. So, guys, let me tell you about LU decomposition. What is LU decomposition? LU decomposition is basically I am breaking the matrix into lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. I have broke down this matrix into L and U. Why I have done this? Because to solve system of linear equation, there is also one way to solve system of linear equation, that is to break down it into L and U. Then corresponding to U, first I'll find out an I the solution of the equation, and then corresponding to L. But that is not in our syllabus, so we are not working on that. We know that if I have to find out solution of system of linear equation, I'll use ranking method, right? But I should know that how to find out LU decomposition. One thing is that I'll multiply L with U and compare the values of A. What do I mean here? So if I'll multiply L with U, what would I get? 1, if I'll multiply 1, 0, 0. So I'll get U2, U3 on comparison. Similarly, if I'll multiply the next row, I'll get L1, U1, and then L1 U2 plus U4, L1 U3 plus U5, right? I'll get this. On comparison, I can find out the values of L1 U1. I can do that. But don't you think that would be a very lengthy process? If I'll try to do that, that would be a lot of calculation and there would be a chances of error. So I would not do that. So then how do I find out the values of L and U? By row reducing the matrix. So what do I mean by row reducing? Let's see. So guys, you can see that this is a matrix given to me. So if I'll row reduce this matrix, what do I do in row reducing the matrix? I basically convert the values. I'll basically make the pivot entries and make the matrix into upper triangular matrix. So by row reducing, I'll get a upper triangular matrix. Simultaneously, I form a lower triangular matrix as well. So let's consider this matrix A. If I'll apply and what is my lower triangular matrix? Lower triangular matrix is given to me 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0. I have to fill the value L1, L2, and L3. So if I'll convert this, first I am doing R2 approaches to R2 minus 3R1. What do I am doing? I am subtracting 3 out of this place and I am subtracting from the third row. I am subtracting 2. R3 approaches to R3 minus 2R1. Right? So if I'll solve this, what would I get? 1 minus 1, 2. These two values would become 0. R2 minus 3R1. That means minus 1 plus 3, that is 2. And 7 minus 6, that would give me 1. Right? And if I'll apply this operation, minus 4 plus 2, that would give me minus 2. And 5 minus 4, that would give me 1. Now you can see that because I have subtracted 3 from this place, I'll add 3 here. Because I have subtracted 2 from this place, I'll add 2 here. Right? Similarly, now to make it an upper triangular matrix, I have to remove this. So what would I do? R3 approaches to R3 plus R2. Right? So if I'll solve this, what would I get? Minus 1, 2, 0, 2, 1, and 0, 0, 1 plus 1, that is 2. So you can see that because I have added 1 from this row 2, I'll subtract 1 from here. Right, so now you can see that this is an lower triangular matrix and this would become an upper triangular matrix. Now you can multiply. If I want to check that either I have done all the operations correctly or I'm getting a correct answer or not, I'll multiply L with you. Let's do that. If I'll multiply 3, 1, let's see, minus 3 and plus 2, that would give me minus 1, 3 2s are 6, 1 and 7, 2 minus 1, 2, and this would give me, this is 1. Let's keep it 1 here because it is 1 given to me. 2, it would give me 2 minus 4 and that would be 2, 4 and minus 1 plus 2. Yeah, that would give me L into U as the, yeah, right. This is 1. And this would be 2. Why it is 2? Because I am adding second and third row. I hope it is clear. So now I can compare which they are asking. The L3 is equals to 0, U5. L3 is 0. L3 is here. So L3 is not 0. So this is not true. L3 is minus 1. Okay. U5 is 1. U5, here we have U5. U5 is 1. So this is correct. L3 is minus 1 and U5 is 1. L2 is 2. L2 is 2 and U6 is 2. U6 is here. U6 is 2. Option C is also correct. Let's check for D. L2 is equals to minus 1. That is not true. So you can see that here option B and C are correct. Aman, you can see in this question they are asking which of the following are correct. So this can be MSQ, right? So you have to understand the question carefully. You have to read the question carefully. Then you would be able to answer. Otherwise, if you have already solved this whole question, then by not looking the question properly, there may be a chances to get the question wrong. So here option B and C are the correct option. I hope this is clear. Just let me know if there is any confusion in this question. Okay, so now let's solve the next question. Okay, so this is another question. It says that a system of equations represented by ax is equals to 0, where x is a column vector of unknown and a is, yeah, by row property we have made zeros by row reduction. Okay, so this is a question from GATE CS 2003. A system of equation represented by ax is equals, and no, Rajveer, marks would not be given if you will select any one of the option. If it is MSQ, so if they are asking for two options correct, then you have to tick for two options. Right, we have to make upper triangular using row reduction. A system of equations represented by ax is equals to 0, where x is a column vector of unknown and a is a square matrix containing coefficient, has a non-trivial solution when a is non-singular, singular, symmetric, or Hermitian. Just tell me, guys, which of the option would be correct here. Right, guys, option B would be correct here. So you can see that why option B would be correct, because we have given homogeneous system of linear equation ax is equals to 0. And we know that in this homogeneous system of linear equation, we have only two type of solution. What are those two type of solution? Either I'll get a unique solution or I'll get a infinitely many solution. Infinitely many solution. There are only two types of solution possible. And when I'm talking about unique solution, because ax is equals to 0, if I'll put x as a 0 vector, right, this would always be an answer. If x is 0, this whole a into 0 would become 0. So 0 would always be an answer for homogeneous system of linear equation. So when I'm talking about unique solution, that means I have a trivial solution, and if I have infinitely many solutions, so I can call these solution as non-trivial solution, right? And why I am saying that A should be a singular matrix, because in this ax is equals to 0. Let's say if A is non-singular, then I can multiply A inverse on both sides. I'll get x is equals to 0 in that case, if inverse exists, right? So in this case, determinant of A would be not equals to 0, and in this case, determinant of A would be 0. So for non-trivial solution, we have singular matrix, right? Either I have unique solution, trivial solution, determinant of A is 0, or I can see that A inverse exists here. Both have the same meaning. A inverse does not exist. Or I can say that here rank of A is less than n. N is a uh, n is a rank of n is a number of rows in a matrix, and rank of A is equals to n. right? So yeah, guys, all of you have given the correct answer. Singular option would be correct. So I hope you know this kind of a chart for non-homogeneous equation as well, right? So if I have ax is equals to b, I'll add one more column which is no solution, but all other things would not work like that. Trivial, non-trivial would not work in non-homogeneous case. I hope this is clear. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Here, option B is correct. Yeah, this is another question based on matrix multiplication. A, B, C, D, B in cross and matrix is each with zero determinant. If A, B, C, D product of four matrix is one, then B inverse is. What would be the value for B inverse? Guys, one thing we know that matrix multiplication is not commutative. If I'll write down A into B, I cannot write down B into A. So guys, we want to find out B inverse here. So what would I do? I have given here A into B into C into D is equals to 1. So what one thing I can do? I can multiply A inverse on both sides. What would I get? A inverse. Right? A inverse into A is identity. If I'll multiply identity with BCD, it remains same BCD. A inverse. Now what would I do? I'll multiply B inverse on left hand side to this met B inverse BCD and B inverse A inverse. So B inverse B would be identity and it would become CD and this would become B inverse A inverse. Because now you can see that A inverse is to the right. I have to take it to this place. So what I can do, I have to take it to the left hand side. I'll multiply A because I am multiplying A to from the right side. So I have to multiply A from the right side. So CDA is equals to B inverse, right? So here option B is correct. So guys, you have to see this that how I'm multiplying the matrix, right? So that's why here option B is correct. So you should understand that how to multiply the matrix. Matrix multiplication is not commutative. You cannot multiply A from the left hand side on one side and A from the right hand side on another side. You can't do that. Okay. So yeah, I hope this is clear. Just let me know, guys, up to now if you have any confusion. So this is another question. It says that which of the following is our eigenvectors for the matrix given below? I think this is a question from GATE 2022. Just try this one. And guys, one more thing that you can see here that they have written here is slash r. So there might be a possibility. Okay, guys, let's get back to the previous question because Saurabh is asking that why I have multiplied with A inverse. Because Saurabh, you can see that if I have given this equation A, B, C, D is equals to identity, I cannot direct multiply B inverse to the left hand side because I would not be able to take it at this place. I told you that matrix multiplication is not commutative. So how would I take this B inverse to this place to make B inverse B into identity, right? So that's why I have to multiply it with A inverse so that I can remove A from here. Then I have a reach to B. Then I can multiply with B inverse. Then if I now I have replaced this B value from the left hand side. I have taken it to the right hand side. Now I have to remove this. So that's why I have multiplied it with it. Yeah, pre-post multiply matters here, right, Aman? So I hope this is clear. Okay, so we have this question. Just let me know which of the option is true. So guys, here I have to check all four options. I can't say that, okay, one is or two, any of the option is matching. I'll take that option and move forward to the next question because they are saying is slash r. Because guys, if you have seen the previous year gate papers, they would not say that from this question to this question you have multiple selected question, MSQ. You have to just check by yourself which is MSQ, which is MCQ. No, there should not be exactly mentioned in the question like this question is given like this. So if they have mentioned is slash r, so you have to check for multiple selected options as well. They would not mention that this is MSQ or this is MCQ. Okay, let's try this one. So I have to check. Let's multiply it with -1, 0, 2, 2. So we know that AX is equals to lambda x is a definition for eigenvector, right? So what would I get here if I'll multiply 9 and 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8. 9 minus 8, that is 1, and 2 twos are 4, that would become -3. And if I'll multiply this -8 plus 6, 8 minus 6 minus 2, that would be 0. And if I'll multiply -20 plus 16 plus 10 minus 4, no, -20 plus 16 plus 10. Just give me a minute. -20 plus 16 plus 10. Okay, that would give me 6. Yeah, that would give me +6. And then if I'll solve -32 plus 14 plus 24, 38 minus 32, that would give me 6. So if I'll take 3 common, I'll get -1, 0, 2, 2. So now guys, you can see that AX is equals to lambda x. It is forming. So can I say that this is an eigenvector? Right? So here option A is correct. Option A is my eigenvector. Now let's check for option B. Okay, let's check for option B. B is also correct. Let me check. Uh, Let me remove the calculation for option A because we have already solved it. 0, 1 minus 3, 0. 0, 1 minus 3, 0. I have to multiply with these two values, 1 and minus 3. That would give me 0. 1 and minus 3, 9 minus 6. That would give me 24 minus 15. 15 minus 24, sorry. 15 minus 24, that is minus 9, and that would give me 0. I can take 3 common, 0, 1 minus 3, 0. Right, guys, option B is also matching. Let's check for option C and D. Option B is correct. Aman, I'm also getting option B correct. Why you are not getting B correct? B would be correct. Let's check for C as well. B I got correct. Let's check for C. Minus 1, 1, 0, 1. Minus 1, 1, 0, 1. So 9 minus 6 and minus 4. That would give me minus 1. Minus 8 minus 6. Sorry, 8 minus 6 minus 1. That would give me 1. 20 minus 20 plus 15 plus 5. That would give me 0. Minus 32 plus 21 plus 12. That would give me 1. Yeah, option C is also giving. I can write down this as 1 and 2. This is also giving me. So C is also correct. Let's check for D. Guys, do you check for D or do I need to check? Let's check it. 1 plus 1 0 minus 1 0 equals to 9 minus 9 plus 2 11, 8 plus 3 minus 8 plus 3 minus 5. So you can see that here 1, here 0. I can take anything common. I would not get 0 at this place. So A, B, C are my correct option. So now you guys know. Okay. Yeah, so A, B, C are my correct option. I can see, let's check it out here. Yeah, A, B, C are my correct option. Okay. Yeah, right, Aman. It is very lengthy to check every option, but we do not have any another method. One method is that I can find out each of four eigenvalues, and then corresponding to that, I'll find out four eigenvectors. But that would be much more lengthy than that. So that's why I have to go through each option one by one. Just uh, work using calculator or just try to practice some questions so that you can do it much less time. Okay, but be careful while solving because sometimes it happens that we do a calculation mistakes when we are in a hurry. Okay, so if this is clear, let's move to the next question. So this is another question, guys. Just let me know what would be the answer here. Uh, I haven't decided the timing for the class. Basically, we have to cover all the questions. So we'll see how long it goes. So guys, it's up to you. If you solve questions uh, early, then we'll end the class early. Otherwise, we'll complete all the questions. So I told you I have here around 29 to 30 questions. So I'm going to work on all the questions in today's session. Okay, so guys, for this question, if like basically if you will multiply this question, you would find out that this is system of linear equation. So just don't solve it by using a rank method or any another method. I have given the option, so I'll try each of the option. Let's put A is equals to 2 and B is equals to 2. If I'll put A2 and B2 and C0, I'll get, let's say if I'll pick here, so what would I get in result? A2, B2 and C0. I'll get 2 plus 2, 4 and 2. But that does not matches our options. Option A is not correct. A0, B2, C2. So yeah, that would match. That would give me the results 2, 2, 4. Similarly, if I'll check C, A2 and B2, that would give me 4, 2, 2. That would also not matches. C is also not correct. And similarly, you will get here that D is also not correct because it would give me the result 2, 2, 2. So here option B is correct. Okay, so here option C is correct. Option B is correct. Sorry, guys. Option B is correct. Rajveer, please check. Here option B is correct. Okay, so guys, let me know if there is any topic you have confusion in linear algebra because next slide onwards I have questions based on calculus. I hope we have covered every type of question system of linear equation, eigenvalue, eigenvector, determinants. I think we have covered. And guys, one more thing that if you face any doubt in after this session as well, you can post that in the comment section. We'll discuss it in the next class. Okay. Yeah. So let's move forward. And if you have any query or any question, just post that in the chat section right now. Otherwise, let's see this question. Yeah, this is another question based on limit. I told you that limit topic is very important for calculus, right? There is always one question based on calculus. Cayley-Hamilton theorem is important. Sometimes they ask question on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So you should know that how to work on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. It's not much of the importance because if I'll see previous year question, they're not asking a lot of question based on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. But you should know. Yeah, so guys, this is a question. You have to find out the limit for the fraction function given to me here. Sophia, for which question you are asking to for explanation? This one or the previous one? This one I'm going to tell. Just let me know if you want for the previous one. Just let me know. Okay, so guys, have you heard about L'Hopital rule? Because there are lots of there are all the question based on this format, or I'll say that this rule. What it says, let's say if I am finding out limit x approaches to a fx upon gx, and if I'm getting 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, these kind of form, we call these forms as indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. Indeterminate forms. If we are getting these kind of forms, so what would I do? I'll write down this limit equals to, limit x approaches to a f dash x upon g dash x. That means I'll take a differentiation of numerator and denominator. Okay, so that is my rule here. So what would I do here? I'll write down here limit x approaches to -3 because you guys are getting 0 by 0 form. So I'll differentiate numerator and denominator. By differentiating numerator, I'll get 1 by square root 2x plus 22, and differentiation of 2x would be 2. And differentiation of -4 would be 0, and differentiation of x plus 3 would be 1, right? And for this, for solving the limit, you should know all the differentiation formula. So if I'll put -3 here, what would I get here? Sorry, 1 upon square. It differentiation would be 1 upon 2 root square root 2x plus 22, because differentiation of square root x would be 1 by 2 root x. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. Here I am left with 1 by 2x plus 22. 2 into -3, that is 6. 22 minus 6, that is 16. Square root of 16, that is 4. 1 by 4 gives me the value 0.25. Right, Aman, you got the answer correct. 0.25 is my correct answer. Right, we'll do differentiation for both numerator and denominator. Okay, Sophia is asking for the previous question. Guys, let me know if there is any problem in this. Otherwise, I'm just discussing the previous question once. So, Sophia, what we have done in this, I have given right hand side is 2 to 4. What I have done, I have taken the first option is given to me A2, B2, C0. So I have filled all the values 1, 1, 0, and B would be 2, 0, 1, 1, and C would be 0 here. 1, 0, 1. So I have solved it. If I'll solve the right hand side, if I'll get it is equals to the left hand side, then it is correct. Otherwise, it is not correct. So here I'll get this as 2, 2 into 1, 2, 0, and plus 0, 2, 2, and that would be 0, 0, 0. So I have seen that I get this as 2, 4, 2, but left hand side is 2, 2, 4. So option A is not correct, right? Similarly, I'll do for option B. If I'll do for option B, here instead of 2, 2, 0, instead of 220, I have here, let's see what I have here, 022. I'll write down 022. If I'll solve the right hand side now, I'll get 000. This would become 022, and this would become 202. So you can see that on solving you will get 224. So which is equal to the left hand side. So option B is correct. Now if you will check similarly for options C and D, you would not get the right answer. So basically, right, Aman, it is like somewhat if I'll make a bar on O, then I can write down this as hospital. Otherwise, the pronunciation is hospital, right? Hospital, right? If I am able, there are too many pronunciation for too many notation for that, right? So yeah. So I hope, Sophia, this question is clear. Just let me know if you have confusion. Uh, now. I'll hop it in. So I hope this is clear. Let's solve for next question. Let's try this one, guys. Let's try this one again based on L'Hopital rule. Yeah, it is again, if you are getting 0 by 0 form, then you have to use L'Hopital rule. Okay, so guys, if you guys are getting 0 by 0 form, then you have to apply L'Hopital rule. So I can see here a to the power 0 is 1 and b to the power 0 is 1 minus 1 is 0 and sine 0 is 0. So that's why we'll get here 0 by 0 form. So what would I do? I'll differentiate numerator and denominator. Limit x approaches to 0. Differentiation of a to the power mx would be m a to the power mx log a. Instead of log log, I'll write down ln log a minus m b to the power mx log b, and differentiation of sine kx would be k cos kx. Right now, if I'll put x is equals to 0 here, so what would I get? M log a minus m log b upon k. Right? So 1 by k I can write down outside, and because of logarithmic property, x log y is equals to y to the power x. So I'll write down here log a to the power m minus log b to the power m. Right? And we know that log a minus log b is equals to log a by b. So can I write down log a to the power m upon b to the power m? So I can see that option A matches to my answer. So here option A is correct. Saurabh, just check it that we do not get any two here. Right, option A would be correct. Right, so yeah, option A is correct. Let's see next question. So now you know that how to apply L'Hopital rule. Yeah, this is the next question. We have to find out this limit x approaches to 0, 10x minus x upon x cube. Again, if you will solve this, you will get 0 by 0 form. Or 10x का differentiation is x square x, right? Would we get 1 by 3 as an answer, Aman? Just check it once again. I don't think that we would get. I'm getting C. So guys, what I would do here, I'll apply L'Hopital rule because it is 0 by 0. So differentiation of 10x would be sec square x minus 1. Limit x approaches to 0 and it would become 3x square. But again, if I'll put x0 here, sec 0 is 1 and 1 minus 1 0 and 3 into 0. Again, I am getting 0 by 0 form. If I'm again getting 0 by 0 form, can I apply L'Hopital rule? Yeah, obviously I can. So I'll write down limit x approaches to 0, sec square x differentiation would be 2 sec x and differentiation of sec x would be sec x 10x. So it would become sec square x 10x upon 6x. Right, Aman. Okay, okay. So basically, if I'll cancel out this 2 into 3x, so if I'll write down limit x approaches to 0 sec square x, and if I'll write down 10x by x. So if you remember 10x by x, sin x by x gives me 1 as my limit. So I can break down this product over this. Limit x approaches to 0 sec square x and limit x approaches to 0 10x by x. Again, I can apply L'Hopital rule in this. It would become 1, and if I'll apply L'Hopital rule, I'll get, sorry, I have 3 as well. Let's keep it 1 by 3 outside. So 1 by 3 into 1, I'll get 1 by 3 as my limit. Right, Aman, 1 by 3 is correct. Just want to know that you told us that we are not going to use the differentiation. Have you used the expansion of 10x? Or which method you have gone through for the limit here? Okay, expansion series. Okay, okay. Yeah, we can do that. But you have to remember that series. Okay, so we get this limit as 1 by 3. Just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this question. Yeah, like we have some expansions here that like sin x expansion is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by x to the power 4 by, sorry, sin x expansion is x minus x cube by 3 factorial. This is sin x expansion x minus x cubed by 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 by 5 factorial. So you can use these expansions. Similarly, we have cos x expansion as well, which is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial x to the power 4 by 4 factorial like this. And similarly, I think we have 10x expansion. Let me just check. I usually don't remember these expansion. So I do not, let me check what would be the expansion for 10x. Expansion. Okay, what is a 10x? X plus 1 by 3x cube. Okay, so it's something like x plus 1 by 3x cube plus 2 by 15 x to the power 5. So this is the kind of expansion for 10x I have. Similarly, we have expansion for e to the power x and all other, like e to the power x as 1 plus x square by 2 factorial x cube by 3 factorial. So you can use these expansion. Now, if you will fill this 10x expansion here, x and x get cancelled because of minus sign, and then x cube from the numerator get cancelled with x cube to the denominator, you would left with 1 by 3. All other have higher power. If you will put x 0, all terms get 0, right? So there would be, uh, yeah, if you are able to remember these series, then it would be okay. Otherwise, you can work on L'Hopital as well. But that is little bit lengthy using L'Hopital. Like you can see that we have to apply 3 times L'Hopital to get the answer. So yeah, if you are able to remember this series, this would help you to solve the question. Right, Aman. Okay, now let's check this. How to find out this limit. This, I think this is a question from GATE CS 2022. Okay, so all of you are getting minus 1 by 2 as an answer. Just check all other. So again, you are getting 0 by 0 form. If you will apply limit x approaches to 0, what would I do? I'll differentiate numerator and denominator. So in numerator, if I'll differentiate, I'll get 1 by 2 root x. And if I'll differentiate 1, that would be 0 minus e to the power 2 root x remains same. And if I'll differentiate 2 root x, it would become 1 by 2 root x. 2 and 2 get cancelled, and I can see here 1 by root x cancelled with 1 by root x. So I'll get here minus 1 by 2 e to the power 2 root x limit x approaches to 0. If I'll fill the value x as 0, I'll get minus 1 by 2 as a limit. Is it okay to leave distribution functions and random variable? Right, Jay, if you do not have much of the time to work on that, you can leave that because there are not so many questions gets asked in previous year. Basically, they ask questions on probability. And if you have other things to revise, if you have time, then you can give 2 to 3 days. Otherwise, it's okay that because I think right now it is time that you should revise all you have studied before, or you practice questions based on that. It is not the time to study new topics. Okay, so yeah, let's solve next question. So this is a next question. This is based on continuity. Yeah, we can say that there should be 5 to 7 marks. Uh, Basically, they ask for 5 marks, but sometimes there might be a possibility. Like if I talk about 2022, if discrete and engineering mathematics both are about 17 to 18 marks, I think. There are too many questions from discrete mathematics. Okay, so yeah. So we are getting minus 1 by 2 as an answer for this one as well. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so the question says that for what value of lambda the function is defined by is continuous at x is equals to 0. We know that for continuity, limit x tending to 0 negative fx is equals to limit x approaches to 0 positive fx and f of 0. So if I'll consider this portion only, this one. So limit x tending to 0 positive. So x is less than 0, function is defined this, and it is saying otherwise. So that means x is greater than 0. So I'll write down limit x tending to 0 positive 4x plus 1. And f of 0 would be lambda into 0 square minus 2. If I'll put this limit, I'll get this one minus 2 lambda. Here lambda would become minus 1 by 2. Right? So here lambda is minus 1 by 2. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Let's see next question. Next question is this based on Lagrange mean value theorem. These are basic statements of LMVT. You can remember that. Like LMVT says that usually they do not ask question, but I prefer that students know because it is very simple. It says that there if f is continuous and differentiable on this interval, then there exists C belongings to on this interval 0, comma 8 open interval such that f dash C is equals to f of B minus f of A upon B minus A. So here in this case, f of 8 minus f of 0 upon 8 minus 0. And f dash c would be, if I'll find out f dash x is 8 minus 2x. So it would become 8 minus 2c. So you just have to find out the value of c. So 8 minus 2c, if you will put f of 8 here, 8 into 8 minus, so it would give me 0 by 8. So if you will solve, you will get c is equals to 4, right? So option A is correct. So this is a simple statement. You can remember this. I don't think that it would be much of a problem. Option A is correct. Am I done something wrong here, guys? You guys are saying that 0 would be the answer. Just check it once, guys. Just remember the LMVT statement, Rolle's theorem would be based on that, because in Rolle's theorem, if I'll add f of A is equals to f of B, like you can see that in this question, we have Rolle's theorem also gets applied because f of A is equals to f of B. Okay, so yeah, let's see next question. Just try this one question, guys. I hope all of you know about maxima and minima. Okay, so guys, here you can see that x is equals to minus 1 and 2 are extreme points of fx is equals to log mod alpha log mod x beta square plus x. So you can say that f of minus, if I'll find out f dash minus 1 would be 0 and f dash 2 would be 0. That are extreme points. Extreme points are what? Critical points where derivative is 0. So if I'll find out f dash x, what would it become? Alpha by mod x plus 2 beta x plus 1. So if I'll write down f dash of minus 1, that would become alpha upon mod of minus 1. That would give me alpha plus 2 beta of minus 1. That means minus 2 beta plus 1. That is equals to 0. Similarly, if I'll write down f dash 2 would be alpha by 2 plus 4 beta plus 1 is equals to 0. So now if I'll solve, alpha plus 8 beta is equals to minus 2, and here alpha minus 2 beta is equals to minus 1. If I'll solve this, alpha minus 2 beta is equals to minus 1, minus and plus, minus minus get cancelled, 8, 9, 10 beta, and this, I think I have done something wrong. Let me just check, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, alpha minus 2 beta. Okay, so guys, you have to do it like this. So if x is greater than 0, x is greater than 0, then your function is alpha log x plus beta x square plus x. So in this case, f dash x would be alpha by x plus 2 beta x plus 1. So you would get, if you will find out f dash minus f dash of 2, you will get f dash 2 is equals to 0. That would give me alpha by 2 plus 4 beta plus 1 is equals to 0. That means alpha plus 8 beta plus 2 equals to 0. If x is less than 0, then your function is defined as alpha log of minus x plus beta x square plus x because of modulus definition. If you will find out f dash x here, alpha upon minus x, and differentiation of minus x would be minus 1 plus 2 beta x plus 1 equals to 0. And they are saying that f dash of minus 1 is equals to f dash of minus 1 is equals to 0. So alpha upon minus 1, alpha upon minus 1. Alpha upon minus 1 plus 2 beta into minus 1 plus 1 equals to 0. So you will get minus alpha minus 2 beta plus 1 equals to 0. Now if I'll add these two equations, add equation 1 and 2, alpha and alpha get cancelled, 8 minus 2 beta, that would give me 6 beta, 2 plus 1, that is 3, is equals to 0. So what I have done, I have added these two equations. So beta I get from here as minus 1 by 2. Let's put beta in any of the equation. If I'll put beta is equals to minus 1 by 2 in this equation, I'll get plus 1, and alpha would become 2. So alpha is 2, beta is minus 1 by 2. So here option B is correct. So I hope you get this right, to equation 2 unknown. So guys, I have done one mistake previously. I have taken the function modulus of x. I have to take, if x is greater than 0, it is more alpha log x. If x is less than 0, it is minus x. Maximum and minimum value कैसे निकालेंगे? Okay, so I think I have the next question based on that. So we'll discuss in that question that how to find out maximum and minimum value. Just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this question. Okay, so let's see next question. So they are asking for the maximum value of the function in this question. Let me see. Yeah, in this question, they are asking for the maximum value. So for maximum and minimum value, first what we have to do, we have to find out the derivative of a function. Derivative would be 4x minus 2. And I have to equate it with 0 to find out all the extreme points. Right, Saurabh. This is little bit tricky question. Yeah, this was little bit tricky. So x I got from here 1 by 2. And guys, when we have given a closed interval, when we have given an interval, we'll consider end point also as an extreme point. So x is equals to 0. So we have three extreme points here. First, I have find out using the derivative, equating it with 0, and other I have taken the endpoints of the interval. Now, what would I do? I'll find out values at all these points. So f of 1 by 2 would be, if I'll find out f of 1 by 2, 2 into 1 by 4 minus 2 into 1 by 2 plus 6. I'll get this 6 minus 1, that is 5 plus 1 by 2. That is 11 by 2. And if I'll find out f of 0, that would be 6, and f of 2 would be 8 minus 4 plus 6. So that would give me 10. So you can see that out of these three values, 10 is my maximum value. Right? This is one thing if I have given an interval. If I do not have an interval, then what would I do? Let's say if I do not have an interval, then I got this critical point x is equals to 2. I'll not do all these things because that all these things I have done because I have given an interval. I'll find out the double derivative. Double derivative I get 4, which is greater than 0. So at this point I have a maxima. Sorry, I have a minima. If derivative is greater than 0, if in case I'll get derivative less than 0, then I'll have maxima. Alright, that's how I'll work on maxima and minima. But right now we have given an interval, so we'll work like that. So I hope it is clear that So, guys, one thing that if you have given an interval, just find out all the extreme points, and then we'll work on finding out the function value at those extreme points and see where I'm getting a maxima, where I'm getting a minima. Okay, so just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this question for FT only. That subject is okay. J, in further sessions, in further marathon session, there would be one session scheduled for aptitude as well. Just join that session, and that would be able to help you in all the preparation for aptitude. Otherwise, just do one thing, just take uh, 5 to 10 years of paper, and each paper has 10 questions for aptitude. Just solve them by yourself. If double derivative equals to 0, then there would be a saddle point. That means neither minima nor maxima. Because if I'll take this function, fx is equals to x cube. And if I'll get one critical point, which is extreme point, x is equals to 0. But we'll find out double derivative, and their double derivative is 0. So it is a saddle point, neither maxima nor minima. In case interval not given, out of given options, 10 would be correct. No, in that case, you cannot say 10 would be correct. Yeah, let's solve this question. I think so, guys. Just one thing, just want to tell you that area under the curve is finding out using an integration. So let's say if I have given this function fx and I want to find out area under this curve, what would I'll do? I'll find out fx and I'll integrate. I think it would give me a whole. Yeah, yeah, it would give me the area under this curve. Right? Integration fx dx. So now let's solve it. So now in this question, they are saying that a function yx is defined in this interval 0, comma 1 on the x-axis. As it taking from 0 to 1 by 3, it is taking the value 2, 1 by 3 to 3 by 4, it is taking value 3, 3 by 4 to 1, it is taking the value 1. So which of the following is the area under the curve for the interval 0, comma 1 on the x-axis? So what would I do? I'll integrate yx function over this curve 0 to 1 to find out the area. So I have given 0 to 1 by 3. I have given yx is equals to 2. I'll integrate it. And from 1 by 3 to 3 by 4, I have given 3. I'll integrate it. From 3 by 4 to 1, I'll take this and I'll integrate it. Right? So I'll integrate. So what would I get? 2x. X would be the integration 1 by 3 minus 0 plus 3 into 3 by 4 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 into 1 minus 3 by 4. Now you can solve it to get an answer. Right. Saurabh, in the case interval not given, we'll say that the function maxima does not exist because we are getting only one extreme point, and at that extreme point we are getting a minima. Okay, so guys, on solving, you told me that we are getting option D. Yeah, and option D is correct. Okay, so this is based on calculation. So guys, I hope we have covered all the questions and all the different types of calculus. I think we are left with one definite integral, and we have already covered in this as well. Just try, if you do not, if you have some questions, you can post that in the comment section. We'll discuss it in the next class. Otherwise, let's move forward to probability section. Just let me know, should we move forward to probability section? Or do you guys need a 5-minute break? Just let me know. I told you that there is no need to remember Rolle's theorem formula. I told you previously that this is my Lagrange formula. F dash C is equals to f of b minus f of a. What would happen if f of a is equals to f of b? Then f dash C would become 0. Right? This is a statement of a Rolle's theorem. F dash C is equals to 0. Right? What does it mean that we do not, that means function is continuous and differentiable, and functions are at endpoints are equal of the interval. Like, tell me, guys, should we continue or do we take a break for 5 minutes? Just let me know. Just let me know, then we'll move forward accordingly. Think how many questions we are left with. Okay, so guys, I am continuing because you guys are not answering. So let's continue further questions. Okay, do you need a break? Okay, so let's take a 5 minute break, guys. Uh, let's take a break and we'll meet after 5 minutes. So just don't go anywhere. Right, I'm coming in 5 minutes. So yeah, let's meet after 5 minutes, guys. Okay. So guys, should we continue? Okay. So guys, we are going to start questions based on probability. Okay, so we have this question. Consider a random variable x that takes value +1 and -1 with probability zero point 0.5 each. Then we have to find out the cumulative distribution function fx at x is equals to -1 and +1. So we have to tell them. Guys, I hope all of you know what is cumulative distribution function. Basically, cumulative distribution function capital Fx gives me probability x is less capital Fx, probability Fx, or let's say probability x is less than equal to x. Discrete maths का class कब होगा? Let me tell you the schedule for discrete mathematics. Just a minute. Uh, Let me see. Discrete mathematics would be on 11 January, 11 a.m. Same timing. It would be on 11th of January. Okay, so we have to find out the value for capital Fx. So can I first write down probability distribution function? Probability distribution function is given to me at -1 we x is equals to -1 we have probability uh, of zero point 0.5, and at x is equals to 1 we have probability zero point 0.5. So can you tell me what would be the cumulative distribution function? Which of the option would be true here? So guys, if I'll find out capital F value at -1, so probability x is less than equal to -1. So there is no value which is less than, there is only x value which is -1. So it would be zero point 0.5. Now, then they asked me to find out cumulative distribution at 1. So that means probability x is less than equal to 1. So for this, I have probability x is equals to -1 and probability x is equals to 1. That means zero point 0.5 plus zero point 0.5. That would give me 1. So zero point 0.5 and 1 are the values of cumulative distribution function. So here option C is correct. Right. So here option C is correct. So I hope this is clear. Okay, now let's see next question. Just let me know if there is any confusion in this. Otherwise, let's see next question. So this is the next question. Two people P and Q decide to independently roll two identical dice, each with six faces, numbered from 1 to 6. The person with lower number wins. In case of a tie, they roll the dice repeatedly until there is no tie. Define a trial as a throw of the dice by P and Q. Assume that all six numbers on each dice are equiprobable. Equiprobable means that each of the number has equal probability and all the trials are independent here. Then they ask me to find out the probability that one of them wins on the third trial is. we have to find out the probability that one of them wins on the third try. Just try this one, guys. Anyone, guys? How do we approach this question? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's solve this. So you can see that they are asking that one of them wins on the third trial, and we know that they would in the first and second trial they would be having a tie. In first and second trial they would be having a tie. So can I say that probability that one of them would be win on the third trial would be that on the first trial there would be a tie, on the second trial there would be a tie, and on the third trial they any of them wins. No tie. Can I write down that? That any of them wins. I do not care which one wins, but any of them wins. So what would I do? How do I find out probability of getting a tie? So they will get a tie that, let's say, if one P is getting one, then Q should have one. If P is getting two, then Q also have two. If P is three, Q would also be three. Otherwise, let's say if one has two and another one has four, then the lower number, which has two, wins. So there would be a tie if both of them have the same number occurring. So both of them have a same number occurring with the probability 1/6 and 1/6. And there are six numbers possible for that. So we'll get the six because either they can have both have one, either they both can have two, either both can have three. So 6 and 6 get cancelled. So we'll get 1/6. Now probability of not getting a tie. So what it would be? It would become 1 minus 1/6. That means 5/6. So now I can find out that probability one of them wins on the third trial 1/6 into 1/6 into 5/6. Now let's solve this. What would I get? 5 upon 6 into 6, 36 into 6, 216. Now just you can solve it using calculator. You will get the exact answer. 6 by 36 would not work here. I hope you get it why 6 by 36 would not work. Okay, just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion now. Just let me know. If not, let's. 5 by 6 is also not correct because 5 by 6 is probability of not probability of winning. But what about that they do not win in the first and second trial? I have to consider that as well, right? Okay, let's see next question. Just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this right now. So yeah, on calculation, you will get this something 0.023 on solving. Okay, so this is another question. It says that a box contains 15 blue balls and 45 black balls. Two balls are selected randomly without replacement. The probability of an outcome in which first selected is a blue ball and the second selected is a black ball is. So we have to find out that probability. Okay, so the question saying that a box contains 15 blue balls and 45 black balls. Two balls are selected randomly without replacement, so we haven't replaced that ball back in the back. Probability in which first selected is a blue ball and the second selected is a black ball. So we in total we have 15 blue balls. So 15 upon 60 is a probability that first selected ball is blue ball. Now I am left with 14 blue balls and in total I have 59 balls, right? So now probability of a selected ball is a black ball, that would be 45 upon 59, right? Now I can solve this to get an answer. So 15 fours are 60. So it would become 49 by 236. Option B is correct. So for these type of question, you should know. Okay, so I'll try to do that if I'll get time for all the concepts. Okay, so here option B is correct. So guys, for these type of question, you know the concept of without replacement and with replacement, then you would be able to solve questions. Now, next question we have here is for a given biased coin, the probability that outcome of a toss is had is zero point 0.4. The coin is tossed 1,000 times. X denote the probability whose value is the number of times that head appeared in these 1,000 tosses. Then we have to find out standard deviation of X. So in this question, we have to find out standard deviation of X. Right. So, guys, you can see that this is a binomial distribution because we have a Bernoulli trial and we are doing that trial 1,000 times, right? So, this is a Bernoulli trial binomial distribution question. N is equals to 1,000 and probability P is getting a success. So, success is that head appeared. Getting a head is a success. So, zero point 0.4 is a success probability. If I'll find out probability of a failure, that would be 1 minus zero point 0.4, that is 1.6. And I told you so many times to remember the formula for standard deviation, variance, and mean for all the distributions. So we know that binomial theorem, binomial distribution has standard deviation square root of NPQ. This is a standard deviation for binomial distribution, square root of NPQ. So square root of 1000 into zero point 0.4 into zero point 0.6. Right, so I'll get here 10, I'll get here 10, this would get cancelled. I'll get square root of 240. On solving, you will get something 15 point something. So you can see that here option A is correct. So guys, remembering all the distributions, mean, variance, and standard deviation help you to solve these type of question. Right, square root 240 would be the answer. Let's see next question. So this is the next question, guys. Okay, already answer is visible, but then let's just solve by yourself. I told you the formula of expectation, right? So the question here says that continue, let consider a continuous random variable x defined by fx is equals to 1 by 2, where x lies between 0 to 6. We have to find out expectation of x square plus x plus 1. So how do I do that? Let's try it once. So guys, I'll make you remember that if I have to find out expectation of gx, or what would I do? Integration of gx and probability distribution is given to me fx, then dx. I'll integrate over the whole domain where fx is defined. So here, if I have to find out expectation of x square plus x plus 1, so what would I do? I'll integrate x square plus x plus 1 into fx and into dx. So it would become x square plus x plus 1. Fx is 0 otherwise, and it is given to me 1 by 2 on the interval 0 to 6. 0 to 6. So I'll take 1 by 2 outside and let's integrate. It would become x cubed by 3. And this would become x square by 2 plus x, and it goes from 0 to 6. What would it become? 1 by 2, 6, 6, 36, 2, 2, 3 is 6, 72, 6 threes are 18 plus 6. We'll get this. So if I'll solve this, 72 plus 18, 1896 by 2. And that would give me 48. So here option C is correct. So you can find out expectation of any function given if you have a probability distribution and you want to know, you know that for which function you have to find out the expectation. Just let me know, guys, if it is clear. If there is any question, please ask. Otherwise, I'll move forward to the next question. Okay, so let's try this question if this is clear. This is question based on conditional probability. So they ask me, like, P of E denote the probability of the event E. We have given probability of A is equals to 1, probability B is equals to 1 by 2. Then they ask me to find out probability A given B and probability B given A respectively are. So we have to find out these probabilities. So just try this. A and B are independent events. No, E is an event, so A would be the subset of A and B would be the subset of E. They can't be an independent event. So, yeah, guys, most of you are giving the right answer. So, probability of A is 1 and probability of B is 1 by 2. So, can I say that B is a subset of A, right? Because A and B are, because of the event E, A and B are subsets of E. And we are given that probability A is 1, probability B is 1 by 2. So B should be a subset of A. So if I want to find out probability A given B, it would become probability A intersection B upon probability of B. What is A intersection B? Probability of B upon probability of B, because B is a subset of A. These two gets cancelled, we'll get 1. Now, when somebody asks me to find out probability B given A, that would become probability B intersection A upon probability of A. What is probability B intersection A? Again, probability B upon probability of A. So it would become 1 by 2 upon 1. We'll get 1 by 2 as the probability. So, right, option D is correct here. Right, guys, all of you have given the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. So I hope all of you understood that why option D is correct. Let's see next question. Yeah, this is our next question based on Poisson distribution. This gets asked in GATE CS 2017. It says that a random variable x has a Poisson distribution with mean 5, and then the expectation of x plus 2 square equals. Just try this one, guys. Okay, so basically, guys, let me make you understand Poisson distribution. So, guys, do you, let's understand with an example, then that would be more feasible for you. Let's say I have a 1 hour session. I have a 1 hour session, and students ask me in each, on an average, students ask me 5 doubts, right? In a 1 hour session, let me write down here. In a 1 hour session, on an average, 5 students ask me doubt. Right. So on a particular day, I want to know that what would be the probability that 7 students would ask me the question or ask me doubts in a 1 hour session. Right. That is Poisson distribution. So that means if we are given the probability, no, it is not similar to normal distribution. Normal distribution is completely different. So, so that means on an average, if we know the what would be the probability on an average of happening that or number of times uh, on an average this event happened or on a particular number of times it would happen. If I have to find out that, I'll use Poisson distribution. Similarly, let's take one example that in a restaurant, I have 100 on an average 100 customers per day come, right? They cater 100 customers per day. So they want to know what would be the probability that there would be 120 customers on any particular day. You can see that how much it is important, because if there is a greater probability of 120 customers coming to the particular restaurant, then they would have all the resources for that. They have to make all the availabilities and all the requirements they have to complete it. So that's where Poisson distribution gets used. Right. So if I talk about Poisson distribution, its distribution, it has the distribution lambda to the power x upon x factorial e to the power minus lambda lambda to the power x upon x factorial. This is its probability distribution, and it is a discrete distribution. Right. Normal distribution is continuous distribution. So here x is a discrete number, right? And If I'll talk about expectation of this random variable, that is lambda, and variance of x is also lambda. Both expectation and variance in this case is lambda. So what is lambda? Lambda on an average, an event is occurring how many times is the value lambda. And if I want to know that what would be the probability of happening an event that particular time is given by Poisson distribution. So that is a Poisson distribution. Right now, so in this question, they asked me to find out expectation of x plus 2 square because they have given me 5 as my mean, and I know that mean is lambda. And so can I say that variance of x is also lambda? 5. I have to find out expectation of x plus 2 square. So it would become expectation of x square plus 4 plus 2x. And I know that I can write down this as expectation of x square plus 4 plus 2 into expectation of x. Right? What is expectation of x square? I do not know right now. Plus 4, 2 into expectation of x is 5. So can I write down this as expectation of x square plus 2 5s are 10 plus 4 40. But I know variance of x. So variance of x formula is expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square, that is 5. So can I write down here is expectation of x whole square, that is 5 square, that is 5. So I can write down this as 5 plus 25. I'll get expectation of x square is equals to 30. So let's put this value. 5 30. Just a minute, where I have done something wrong. X square plus 4. Okay, so guys, it would be 4x. Okay, sorry guys, I have just made an error in opening the square. That's why I was getting an error. This would be 4x. 4 into expectation of x, and that would become 24. So now it would become 30 plus 24. That would give me 54 as an answer. So you can see that by remembering variance and expectation, 54 would be the answer, not 44, because a whole square would be x square plus 4 plus 4x. Yeah, 54 would be the answer. Just let me know if it is clear. Okay, so let's see next question. So yeah, this is the next question, and I think, okay, we are left with two questions. So the question here says that lifetime of a component of a certain type is a random variable whose probability density. Do we need to see student t distribution? Not forget computer science. You just have to see binomial, Poisson, exponential, uniform distribution, normal, and standard normal. These 6 distributions. Just if you do not want to go in detail, just go through the topics and their probability distribution, their mean and variance. And how do we find out that in this question we have to apply binomial distribution? For DA, yes. For DA, you have to work on T distribution chi-square because you can see now in their syllabus they have mentioned T test and chi-square test. So you should know. And T distribution is basically similar to normal distribution. Okay, so let's see. Lifetime of a component of a certain type is a random variable whose probability density function is exponentially distributed with parameter 2. So in this case, lambda is equals to 2. We have a parameter lambda is equals to 2 in exponential distribution as well. For a randomly picked component, probability that its lifetime exceeds the expected lifetime. Uh, so for if I'll find out probability x is for exponential distribution, the probability density function would be e to the power minus lambda x, lambda e to the power minus lambda x, and lambda is given to me 2. Now they ask me to find out lambda e to the power minus lambda x upon x factorial. Guys, let me see what would be the distribution. I just do not remember right now. Exponential distribution. Exponential distribution. Lambda e to the power minus lambda x, right? It's not x factorial in denominator. Let's remove that. Now they are asking me that probability that its lifetime exceeds the expected lifetime. And if you remember, the expectation of probability expectation of exponential distribution is 1 by lambda, that is 1 by 2. So we have to find out probability x is greater than expectation of x. That means I have to find out probability x is greater than equal to 1 by 2. And it is greater, given to me, x is greater than 0. So that means I can integrate from 1 by 2 to infinity lambda e to the power minus lambda x. That means 2 e to the power minus 2x, 2 e to the power minus 2x dx. So if I'll integrate, I'll get the probability 2 e to the power minus 2x upon minus 2 from 1 by 2 to infinity. 2 and 2 get cancelled, e to the power minus infinity 0 plus minus minus plus e to the power minus 1. Now you can solve it. What would be the value for e to the power minus 1? I think it would be something 0.37. Let's just check by yourself. So yeah, option A is correct here. So I hope it is clear. Just let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this question. Many questions there on random variable. Not so many, like each year they ask one question. So there would be one question in a year. So if so, Jay, what you can do here is just go through all the distributions once and their variance and standard deviation, variance and mean. Just remember that if you want to go through it. And I think I have taken a lecture on that and in precise uh, in very much less time. I think I have covered it. Let me see if I have done it. Just give me a minute, guys. Let me check so that I can share a link with you if you have to cover probability distribution. Probability. Guys, in the live section, if you will search probability distribution, let me see probability. Yeah, let me share the link for this session, guys. In this session, I have covered in the later part, I think half an hour, I have covered all the distribution. So just check this out. I have shared the link. Just check it out. I think you would be able to cover, and I have also solved questions here. Yeah, I have covered all the expectation and standard deviation. Just go through that in this lecture. How many people are giving the paper? Okay. Yeah, so guys, let's move to our last question. So this is the last question based on probability. Just try this once and then we'll end up our session and then I'll meet you on 11th of January, in which I'll discuss questions based on discrete mathematics. Aman, you are asking for DA. Like I have shared this for uh, just I have shared this for GATE computer science, not for DA, guys. I have shared this session for GATE computer science. It's not sufficient for DA because DA has a very vast syllabus. Okay, so this is the next question. It says that an examination paper has 150 multiple choice question of 1 mark each, with each question having 4 choices. Each incorrect answer fetches minus 0.25 marks, and 1,000 students choose all their answers randomly with uniform probability. The sum total of the expected marks obtained by these students is. Guys, uniform probability means that each of the question has equal probability of getting correct or getting wrong. So we know that they are multiple choice questions. So each question has a probability of getting correct is 1 by 4. Probability of getting a question correct. And what would be a probability of getting a question incorrect? That is 3 by 4. Right? So, so I can see that they would get 1 mark. Probability of, let's say x be a random variable which calculates the marks. So probability that they would get 1 mark is 1 by 4, and they would get minus 0.25 marks, that would be 3 by 4. Right? So I want to find out the expectation. So expectation would be 1 into 1 by 4 plus minus 0.25 into 3 by 4. So can I write down minus 0.75? 1 minus 0.75. Yeah, right. 1 minus 0.75. So that would give me 0.25 by 4. 0.25 by 4. That would give me 1 by 16. So expectation of x would be 16. But we have to find out expectation. What total of the expected marks obtained by all these students. So 1 by 16 is the expectation for one question for one student. So for 150 questions, it would get multiplied with 150. For 1,000 students, it would get multiplied with 1,000. Now, if I'll solve this, just solve this and calculate because I already have solved it. So I know that on calculation, you would get option D as your correct answer. Gate CSC, does it make difference? What difference? Sorry. 2550 is the answer. Let me check. Calculator. 150 into 1000 divided by 16. 9375 would be the answer. Okay, so here option D is correct. So guys, that's all from my side. Just let me know if there is any question on engineering mathematics. I'll clear it, and then we are going to continue in the next session, which will be on 11th of January, same timing, 11 a.m. We'll work on discrete mathematics. Just let me know, guys. Let's just take for 1 or 2 minutes, and then I'll end the session. If there is any question, please ask. And guys, I'm again telling you that we are having our 390 challenge, in which if you will complete 90% of the course in 90 days, your 90% of the course money will get refunded. So just check this out. And if any of your friend or colleague or anyone, any siblings required any course from GFG, you can tell them that. We can take next class on whiteboard, but when we take so much longer class, like 2 hour, 30 minutes or 3 hour class, it would be difficult be to be standing whole time and have that class. So that's why I know that this class is going to be longer, so that's why I haven't taken that. But yeah, let me try if I would be able to do that. If it is a 1 hour or 1.5 hour session, then that would be okay. We can take it on whiteboard. But if we'll take so much longer session, then I think it would not work. Okay, so that's all from my side, guys. Thank you. Just let me know if there is any another question. Okay, so thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. All the best for your preparation.